Hi y'all, it's Jenny with Flow. I wanted to just make a quick video for you today to talk about spring and what you can do to make your transition into spring a little smoother and a little easier. So you might notice that the transition into springtime oftentimes comes with irritability, comes with allergies, comes with kind of a general feeling on edge or feeling like there's funk going on in your life or in your body. So let's take a look at what's happening in nature in springtime and compare that to what's happening in the body in springtime, and then I want to share with you a few tips to make the transition into spring a little smoother. So if we think about springtime in nature, what's happening? So let's back up a couple of seasons. In the fall, we have a bunch of die-off, right? So things start to freeze and leaves fall off of trees, and things kind of go to sleep for the winter. And then we have winter time where things are quiet and there's not a lot happening. Some parts of the world there's lots of snow that covers up all of that die-off that happened in the fall. And then in the spring, the snow melts, we get rain, we get wind, we get this kind of sometimes tumultuous season change. And some of that die-off that happened in the fall is going to essentially decompose, compost, turn into soil, and really fuel the new growth that happens in the spring. But some of that die-off that happens in the fall is just a bit much to break down in one season, and sometimes it kind of gets in the way. But when the winter snow melts and the spring rains come, we see rivers just flowing. Now here in the Southwest, sometimes the rivers don't flow so much, but sometimes they really do, and they flow in the springtime. So what that spring rain and the winter and the melt from the winter snow is doing is really washing and clearing out the rivers. And that's the same thing that's happening in your body in the springtime. You've had things kind of shut down in a certain way. We kind of hibernate in a sense, less so than some animals, and maybe less so than our physiology would like us to, but we do have a bit of a hibernation in the winter. So when we come out of that in the spring, there's all this stuff that's been kind of sitting all winter that we need to flush out. So spring is a natural time for us to do that flush and to kind of detox. So in Chinese medicine, we consider that liver and gallbladder are the organs of the springtime. So liver and gallbladder are especially active during this time when the body wants to flush out toxins and do a bit of a detox. So it's trying to do that. And when the liver and gallbladder are having a hard time flushing out and detoxing the body, that's when we see these symptoms of a rough transition into spring come up. So like allergies so maybe it's a lot of nasal and sinus discharge, maybe it's itchy, red, watery eyes, maybe it's tight neck, maybe it's headaches, maybe it's just a general irritability, especially an irritability when you're out in the wind. So all of these things can be going on. And so here are a few tips that you can do to make that transition into spring easier. So basically what these all revolve around is supporting liver and its sidekick gallbladder in the natural process that it's trying to do now in the springtime, which is to detox and make that detox smoother and easier for it. So the first tip is drink more water. So make your body like nature in the spring, when nature flushes things out, gets the rivers flowing to do a nice cleanse. That's what your body wants to do too. If you don't have enough water on board, it's going to be harder for you to do that detox or that cleanse. So drink more water. So the question is, how much water? Well, more than you're already drinking, especially if you're feeling some of these springtime symptoms like allergies and irritability. So if you're drinking already a half a gallon of water a day, up it to 3/4 of a gallon. If you're drinking 3/4 of a gallon, up it to a gallon. Most adults can drink a gallon of water a day without it clearing out too many electrolytes and without it being a bad thing. So you want to make sure that your urine is clear and that you're urinating 5 to 7 times a day. And so if you're doing that and your urine is totally clear, then great, you probably are getting enough water on board. If not, then drink more water. So drinking more water is is the first free and easy way to make the transition into spring easier. And you can also think of it as, if you have a certain amount of toxins built up, if you just put more water in, you're going to dilute that concentration of toxins, and that right there is going to feel better. So drink more water. Second, you can drink teas, take some herbs in that are going to help the detox process. So a couple of teas that are really helpful in the springtime. One is mint. So mint is cooling for the liver. And how do you know if your liver needs to cool? You can look in the mirror and take a look at your eyes. If the whites of your eyes are red, or the corners of your eyes are itchy and red, then most likely you have some heat going on in your liver, and you would feel better with some mint tea. So that mint tea is going to help to relieve the exterior, which means it helps get external pathogens that have gotten into your body out. And it helps to cool the liver as well, so it can soothe those red, itchy, irritated eyes. So drinking mint will help to cool things. And if you feel hot in general, also, that's a good sign that mint is a good tea for you to be drinking right now. The other one is dandelion. Dandelion helps to break up clumps and helps to flush them out of the body. And it also, so basically it supports the liver in that process that it's already doing. So a lot of these signs of your spring transition being difficult are signs that the liver is struggling at doing the detox process that it's trying to do. So if we can support it with mint, cool it off with mint, and support it with dandelion to help break up clumps and get stuff out of the body, you'll feel a lot better with doing that. So drink water, drink tea, drink lots of water, drink more tea, specifically mint and dandelion. There may be others that are really good for you, but those are kind of good general ones for springtime. Another thing that you can do to help the liver and gallbladder is move. And these are all like practically free, very easy things to do. Move your body, because moving your body moves liver chi. So you'll tend to feel worse the more that you have chi stagnating in your body. And how do you know if you have chi stagnating? One is that you feel irritable or you feel frustrated. Another is you feel some discomfort in your body. So get up and move, get the liver chi flowing, and help it out with doing that flush that it's trying to do. And so you don't have to do crazy workouts or anything. Just move, get out for a walk 30 minutes a day or 45 minutes a day, and get things moving, and you will feel so much better. So those are 3 cheap and easy things. And at Flow, we have a couple of other fantastic things to support what the transition into spring and the natural things that are going on during that time. So spring is a great time for new beginnings. And oftentimes we think about New Year's as being a great time for new beginnings, and it certainly is. But now here we are a few months away from New Year's, and some of us maybe have let our New Year's resolutions fall to the wayside, and some of us maybe tried but kind of didn't end up making those New Year's resolutions. And so this is another chance. Spring is the natural seasonal new year. It's when we have new growth, new ideas, great things are springing forth, but we got to clear out the old gunk to let those new things come through. So spring is a fabulous time to kick old habits that are putting toxins into your body, because your liver is already in the process of getting toxins out. So you might as well jump on board and really help the liver by stopping putting toxins in. So some of the most common ways that we put toxins in the body are overeating or eating the wrong foods, drinking alcohol, vaping, smoking. Those are super common ways that toxins are going into the body. And the more that we do that kind of thing, the rougher the transition into spring can be. So at Flow, we have a handful of things that we do to help with detox and help to kick those old habits, so that you're not putting more toxins in. So one great thing that we offer is auricular acupuncture. So the auricular acupuncture that we do is using 5 points in the ears, and those points support the organs of detox. And I've had patients who are going through withdrawal, maybe they're changing medications or getting off of street drugs or whatever it is, And they do this treatment, and they tell me that it helps so much. The symptoms of withdrawal are so uncomfortable and so difficult to live with, and they come in and get these points needled, or just ear seeds in their ears, and they feel so much better. And they tell me that the symptoms of withdrawal completely subside for that day, and usually the next day they'll often feel good for 2 or 3 days after that. So auricular acupuncture is a fabulous way to support. You don't have to be detoxing, you don't have to be stopping smoking. You can just be doing this springtime transition, and it's a really nice way to help detox, but it really helps with withdrawal symptoms. So auricular acupuncture is a fabulous way to support that. If you really want to stop these habits that you have of putting toxins into the body, hypnotherapy is a fabulous way to get to the root of what's going on with why you started and what it's doing for you and why you keep going, and help you on the subconscious rewrite some of these stories so that you can move ahead without using these, whatever it is, these coping mechanisms that you might have taken on somewhere along the way. So hypnotherapy is a fabulous way to restructure the subconscious and rewrite those stories, and allow you to drop old habits. And then you can also get auricular acupuncture to help with the detox and the withdrawal process. We also recommend foot reflexology. So again, whether you're detoxing from drugs or whether you're just doing a normal spring inner cleaning, foot reflexology, a series of 6, is a great way to just do a full body, gentle support of the natural cleansing detox process. With foot reflexology, what's happening is there's pressure being put on points on the feet that direct to to certain organs in the body, and we can support those organs of detox and support anywhere where there's tension in the body. And by putting that pressure on the points on the feet, it increases the circulation to that area in the body. And so the result is that the body's getting a nice support, and the transition into springtime, where the detox process becomes gentler and smoother and easier. And then we also recommend just getting massage, but also after massage, you're going to get back to drinking more water. But massage is kind of a way of moving without moving. So, moving is a great way to move liver chi. Massage is a great way to move the fluids of the body while you get to relax the muscles. So you get those toxins moved, you get muscles relaxed, and then, but without doing any input. So without exerting yourself. It's relaxing, it's detoxing, but you have to follow it up with lots of water, especially this time of year, and especially if you're getting in and getting tight muscles released. So those are a few ideas that we have at Flow to help your transition into spring. And I hope that you have a lovely transition, and feel free to reach out to us and schedule appointments. So to schedule, you can go online to our scheduling app at livelifeintheflow.janeapp.com, and you can just schedule yourself foot reflexology or hypnotherapy, or acupuncture or auricular acupuncture or massage with any of our available practitioners. So I hope you have a beautiful, smooth transition into spring, and hope to see you all soon. Blessings.